How are we doing? This is week 2 in aviation safety management systems. This week we talked about professionalism and introduced the Aviator's Code of Conduct. I've been looking at your online discussion forums and I thought they've been fantastic, so thank you. I tried to respond to a few students. Don't be offended if I don't respond to yours. As we go through the semester, I'll try to make sure I respond to each student, but I just like to point out some of the things that I think are important when the students post certain items based on what we're talking about. So this idea of professional versus professionalism sometimes can be confusing. There's no really one way to define professionalism. Everybody's going to have their own idea, but a professional performs a job or task in accordance with their profession. Just because you're in a profession or practicing a profession doesn't necessarily mean you have an attitude of professionalism. So professionalism is how we go about conducting our own affairs. In aviation, professional aviator works in aviation, but all pilots should demonstrate professionalism in operations, and many of you discussed what that meant by showing professionalism in aviation. Defining what a professional is, someone who is an expert, specialized in their field, able to easily explain what they do, has a high work ethic and high quality of work, understands ethics, behaviors, and work activity, reasonable work morale and motivation, has appropriate treatment of relationships with colleagues, and a professional is an expert who is a master in a specific field. So one of the things that I believe is extremely important, and sometimes I think we glance over, is that a pilot is a leadership position. And if you take human factors and resource management, we'll actually talk about leadership and what it means and how it's important as a pilot. Leadership comes up frequently, even in accident investigations and bad accidents that have occurred. If you look at doing any type of accident case studies, it all begins with leadership and how to handle emergencies, handling the other folks that are in the airplane, whether those are your passengers or co-pilot. So leadership is certainly tied to this idea of professionalism, and we really need both to have a safe and orderly flight. So that's all I have for this week. Pretty short. We're still just introducing some concepts. Next week we're going to talk about risks and hazards, and kind of just keep building on the safety management piece. So as we get to the middle of the semester, we'll change gears and we'll start reading the set phasers on stun book and then start talking about various safety incidents that have occurred and how people responded to them and how that applies to what we've learned in the first part of the course. So if you have any questions, let me know. I realize Monday is a holiday, but since this is an online class, we're just going to keep cranking along. So everything's still due for next week at Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So enjoy your long holiday weekend, and we'll see you soon online. Goodbye.